topic that I would like to bring up because I think it's really kind of weird.
What thing?
Okay, so near my house, I drive by it all the time. There's a beer store and it has a drive-through.
Why do you have a drive-through for a beer store?
Right? Like that's weird, right?
Why? Like I thought people go to drive-through because you want to have that food or drink it right away or on your way. But for beer, you can't drink and drive, right?
No, like that
What's the
sounds like
point?
a potential for like a lot of problems. I don't know about you.
I know, and it sounds like a bit that some people might do some illegal stuff.
I'm, for one, am concerned about this. Well, not really. I'm sure, like, most people, it's not a problem. Like, people pick up their beer and they, like, have it in their car and they drive to their, like,
Next location.
house. Yeah, they, like, do that all the time anyway. But something about having, like, a beer drive through is just really weird to me.
Yeah. It's like it's either promoting drink and drive or promoting that you be super lazy and you never have to get out of the car ever again.
Like, do
I
other places have this? How long has this been,
I,
like,
I don't know.
maybe it's been happening for like forever and I've just realized
Yeah.
now or something.
'Cause like, I'm really uneducated in this topic. I don't really drink beer. I don't drink beer and I don't drive. I don't even have a car and I don't even have a driver's license. So maybe like it's a thing for a long time, but I'll never know.
It seems weird to have it in this area too, because like I kind of feel like laws to do with that are pretty strict in this area.
Oh, and it's weird because that area, like that city, it's kind of like a university city. So I'm guessing some younger, I'm not saying that all young people do shit like that, but you do make a lot of bad decisions when you're younger, like when you're young like that, when you're just, a university student, you make a lot of bad decisions. So,
Oh, I make a lot of bad decisions, but I don't know how many of them have to do
like
with like
what?
drinking and driving.
I think a lot of not a lot of people do that, but I'm like, there's a potential number of people
Yeah,
would
my
do
whole
that.
entire life is a bad decision, so.
Oh God, cue sad music right here.
And you know what else is in that exact same area that I just found strange because I've never seen it before?
What?
There's a drive-through Starbucks.
Really? That's a strange thing?
Yes! Have you ever seen a drive-through Starbucks?
Not really, but I don't really see a lot of Starbucks.
There's like four in my area alone.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
there's
I know
like
two. Oh, I know three, but it's not really your area. It's
there's
around the school, isn't it?
there's a bunch on campus. There's one on the university, and no one's gonna care about our local talk, but there's another one at the chapters that's like right by my
Yeah,
house.
I've been to that one before.
And then there's the one that I'm talking about.
Oh, there's one downtown, isn't it? Oh, uptown.
Yes.
There's
And
one uptown.
there used to be one at the mall in the Target.
Why do they need so many Starbucks?
I don't know. They're everywhere.
I never go to Starbucks. I don't go there. It's too expensive for me.
Yeah.
I'm
I
cheap
only
like that.
have like one drink that I ever get there, and that's the frappe.
I only go there when people buy me drinks.
Why are people buying you drinks?
Because I'm popular like that. People just treat me drinks. They don't need me to pay for anything.
Oh, okay. Is that strawberries and cream, berries and cream? Whatever.
I would not know.
That's the one that you should try if you ever go there. It's so
Nah,
good.
I would never go there. Just saying. I'll
I
just go to
mean,
Timmy's.
try everything once. Timmy's is dead to me. So
Why so rude to Timmy's?
they
Timmy's the Canadian favorite.
they got rid of like my favorite drink.
I don't even have a favorite drink, so I don't care. I
It
go there and get a hot chocolate. I just get hot chocolate.
it used to be a
And
really good like white hot smoothie thing. It was so good and I loved it so much and they got rid of it. and now I hate them. And they got rid of their snack wraps, and I hate them for that too.
Oh, they got rid of that one? They got rid of the wraps, the
N-
snack wraps?
the snack wraps, yeah. Now they have only like the big meal ones.
Oh, I always got the snack ones when I was, late at midnight. I'm like, I don't know what to eat, and I go there and get the snack one.
Yeah,
It
because
was
they're
pretty good.
great.
It tastes really good. I feel like it's even better than the main one.
Yeah. I didn't try Starbucks for a really long time though. I was
I
like
don't.
you. It's funny because I had to go all the way to another country just to try something from Starbucks.
Isn't Starbucks in North America or like an American cafe?
I had to go all the way to Europe. I had my first frappe in Paris.
Why do you go all the way to Europe to have Starbucks? That could have like a lot of different cafe choices.
I
And
feel
you went to
like
Starbucks.
yeah, like Paris is like the like place where you go and you like have like fancy like cafe drinks and you sit in a fancy Paris cafe. I feel like
And
Starbucks
you went
doesn't
to Starbucks.
usually fit into that yeah,
No, no, you shouldn't.
idea.
It's kind of like I go all the way up to America to have McDonald's. Like, don't go to America for McDonald's.
Maybe
Go
there's
somewhere
a really
better.
good McDonald's up there.
Every
I don't
McDonald's just
know.
tastes the same. Okay, for McDonald's, you know how I'm not I'm not from here before. So when I was in Hong Kong, we had McDonald's there. People always be like, "Oh, I went to America and their McDonald's is so much better. I went to Canada. Canada's McDonald's is so much better."
Do
So
they really say that? I had no
yeah,
idea.
yeah, they always said that. So when I came here, first thing that I've tried, of course, is McDonald's. I'm gonna try McDonald's. It tastes the fucking same. It's the exact same shit that they got back in Hong Kong or whatever. And people keep on telling me that, oh, it's better. I'm gonna tell them that it just tastes the frickin' same. It's McDonald's. They use the same frickin' recipe, as
Don't
far
you
as I
have specialty like items though?
They do, but they're not talking about the special items. They're talking about how the Big Mac tastes better in Canada. No, it tastes the friggin' same. It's the same friggin' Big Mac. Maybe it's from like the cheese from different countries, but it tastes the same.
Yeah, and the
That's what
specialty
makes it.
items would be like for your
The
country. Like
specialty
that would be a
item, yeah.
plus.
You won't even try. You won't even know what it tastes like in other countries. The specialty is really good though.
Yeah, I wanna like I hear about what people have in other countries and I'm like, man, like
It
I wanna
tastes
try
so
that.
good. They have chicken wings in Hong Kong's one.
Well, I'm
It's
not a big fan of chicken wings, so
I love chicken wings. And the KFC in Hong Kong is so much better than the ones here. The ones here is like, nah, I would never have KFC here.
uh
But yeah, so I heard that you have some games in mind.
yeah.
So what's that about? Do I get
Okay.
any prize?
I guess we can come up with something. Mandy, would you say that you have a good mastery over the English language?
No, I don't even speak English.
What are you speaking right now then?
I don't know. Some random gibberish.
Would you say that you know a lot of
No,
common phrases and
no.
cliches?
Is how are you a common phrases that you're gonna ask about? Then
No,
yes.
no, it's not.
Then
Well,
no.
in that case, I have a game for you.
I didn't know I'm going to an English class.
Okay, well, you are. It's
Ah,
time for you to
sad.
learn English. Um, okay, so this game, I have with me a list of common phrases. I have their meaning and their origin. And I
Sure.
want you to tell me what a phrase means. And then to get a bonus point, you, if you guess the correct
Ah,
origin, yeah, that's the bonus point.
I probably won't be able to get the first part and the second part. I'm gonna probably get a 0 on this, but I'm still gonna throw that out. I think if I get a pass, then you should tell an embarrassing story. But if I fail it, then I should be the one who tell an embarrassing story
What do you
about
mean?
myself.
What do you mean by past? Like, if
Let's
you
go for like
get
50-50 kind of thing.
so if you get more than so I'll ask like
It depends on
five
how many.
questions.
Yeah.
And then that'll be like two questions for each because it'll be the meaning and the origin. So I'll
But
have
that would
five
be a bonus.
phrases.
That would be a bonus. So I only need to get 3 points.
Okay, I clearly I do not have a good command on my own game that I came up with. But yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, because I probably won't be able to get the bonuses anyways.
Yeah, you need a
Uh,
I'll throw you a bone. You need the extra help, I think.
okay, let's go. Let's get going.
Okay. I actually feel like these aren't that hard, so you might be pretty good.
Well, now that you said that, I should probably get it right. What if I get all of
That'll
them
be
wrong?
really embarrassing if you get it wrong. Okay, I have one. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
What? What kind of phrases is that? Do you even know what that means? Do you
I've
even
heard
use that
it.
in your
Yeah.
daily life?
Not in my daily life, but I've heard it.
Don't throw the baby out with the bath water? Is that what the phrase is?
Yep.
Holy shit.
Just take
Who came
wild
out?
guesses if you can't think of
Okay,
anything.
okay, so it's about don't being so careless, obviously. Who would frickin' so you give it back to your baby and then you throw it out? Oh, I had a baby here? I don't know. I threw it out with the
Where did it
bathwater. Sorry, sir.
go?
Really? I don't know where did it go.
That's
Hopefully not in a dumpster or shit.
okay. Well, a lot of
That's my
babies
guess.
have been thrown out in the dumpster, so this is about to get real dark for a second.
Oh shit. Dark humor. Okay.
That's actually
Okay.
really close. I'm not gonna lie.
So I got that one right.
Pretty much. Don't get rid of valuable things along with unnecessary ones.
Really? Babies are valuable?
Yeah.
Oh God.
So I'll let you decide. Do you think you got it right?
I don't think I got it right.
I would be willing to give you a point for that. I really would.
I'm hard on myself.
Okay. Do you want to, now that you know what the right answer is, do you want to guess for the
Okay.
origin?
Sure. I feel like it's an old saying. I feel like it's not something that happened more than times.
That's probably a good guess.
And I don't know. I don't know. It can be ranging from
Think of
really
it
old, like 18th
contextually.
century. I feel like it can be like I don't know the 30s. That I don't know. It can range from really really old to like the 50s, but I'll say the 30s.
Okay, well, this is not a game show guessing what year
I'd
this
say
came
the
from.
30s. 1933. That's my guess.
You're not gonna talk about
The place?
anything
England.
else?
England.
Or the context of where this came from? You're going
Uh,
literally
it,
for the time and place?
yep.
Okay, well, you're wrong in that too.
Oh God. I'm never gonna get the bonus.
It's from the early 1500s.
Ah, I knew that it can be really old to like old. Ah, shit.
And the context that you didn't even want to go into at
I
all
don't know
was
what the hell
that
that could be.
back then people only bathed once a year and they bathed in the same water without changing it across all the people within a family. So the father and the adult males, they would bathe first, then the females, and then the children, and then the babies go last. So when the babies are in the water, everything's gross, and then you have to
Ew.
throw out the water, and you can't throw out the babies with the water. So
That's really freaking
it's
gross.
actually pretty literal, the phrasing.
That is really disturbing to think about that. I think they should bath the baby first. You know, they're smaller, so the water is less disgusting in that way. And baby don't have good immune system. They should have,
They don't know that back then.
but
They
that's
don't
just
know
gross.
anything.
Like, oh, and imagine that. Okay, they only bathroom once a year, so their private parts would smell really gross. And then they would
Also,
wash that, and then they use that to wash their face too. Like, I know that that's one of the reason why I don't want to live in the past. Just saying, like, never. I need clean water for like I know a lot of people might not get clean water, but I want clean water. Just saying.
How privileged of you.
First world problem. I want clean water.
I don't know now. I don't know if clean water actually is a first world problem.
It's
I know we
probably
said
not.
that, but I feel like it's actually really not.
I think everyone deserves to have clean water. They should be able to get clean water for whatever use they want. Just throw it out there. That's a world problem.
Okay.
Okay,
Well, you
the
got both of
next
those
one.
wrong. So, the next one is bury the hatchet.
What's a hatchet? I don't even know what's a
It's
hatchet.
basically like an axe.
Oh yeah, that's the one that we used in a game that we played. Okay. Don't bury or bury it.
You want to bury the hatchet. The hatchet needs to be buried.
Okay, so that means that I'm retiring. I'm not gonna work.
Whoa! You didn't get it right, but that was a really good guess.
Oh, you always said something like that. Oh, that's really close. That's really good. But then, like, nah, it's not.
It wasn't that close, but like if that was like if there was an alternate like definition to this phrase, I feel like that would have been it.
Yeah, I'm 60s and I'm in my 60s and I'm gonna say I'm gonna bury my hatchet. They're like, oh, good, you're retiring. Good, good for you. So what's that actually mean?
It means to stop a conflict and to make peace.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't bury your hatchet then. Use the hatchet to resolve your conflict.
Bury it in the person.
Yo, reverse that. Use the hatchet and bury the other one.
Use it
It,
to solve your problems.
yeah, it definitely sounds like a really old saying too. I feel
Okay.
like these
Well,
two.
do you want to make a guess as to the origin? Do you want to put some more context with your answer this time as well?
Well, I guess at that time they probably like if I'm thinking that it's an old saying, then I would guess that at that time a lot of them are like farmers or they have to cut their own tree, chop their own trees. Although maybe a lot of them have that hatchet in their warehouse. So that's why they would say that something like that. It's kind of like in America where everyone have a gun. They would say bury the gun.
Okay. I'm not sure if that was an actual answer or not.
That's an actual answer. It's
Okay.
just that a lot of them chop trees.
So how does that have to do with stopping a conflict?
Nothing. It's just that a lot of them have that. So when
Okay.
well, it's kind of like saying it's a piece of cake. What does it have anything to do with the thing being simple? Making a friggin' cake is friggin' hard.
Well, you know what? I bet that phrase has some sort of origin, and I bet we could even look it up. But
We probably can, but it
let's do
usually
that
doesn't really
later.
make sense to us now. Okay, let's say
Okay. So bury the hatchet. Actually, since you like to know dates and stuff, I don't have a specific date, but it dates back to early North American times when the settlers were in conflict with the Native Americans. And when negotiating peace, the Native Americans literally buried their hatchets, knives, and other weapons so that they were literally buried in the ground and inaccessible. You couldn't reach them.
oh wow.
So literally, you buried the hatchet, and you would have to make peace.
Don't know what to say about that one.
I mean, it's kind of cool. I like these origin stories.
Yeah, I wouldn't bury my hatchet if I were them.
Yeah,
I would use them.
yeah, it probably wasn't the best idea.
They probably regretted it later
Not
on.
not in that case. It didn't turn out that well.
Not for them.
Okay, well you got those two wrong as well.
Yay! One step closer
To an
to my
embarrassing
embarrassing
story.
story.
Yeah, I kind of figured I didn't have to think of an embarrassing story. We're gonna win this.
Oh shit. Okay,
Okay,
let's keep going.
let me pick out another one. I have a whole list here. Oh, I like this one. See, it's hard for me because like I've heard of these and I have no idea which ones you've heard or you haven't heard. Like
Probably
clearly,
none of them.
well, clearly you've heard of easy as pie or easy as cake or whatever you said.
Yeah, that one's the most boring one.
Okay, I have one.
Let's
Cat,
go.
cat got your tongue.
What?
You never heard of that
Cat,
one either?
cat got your tongue. No, never heard about it. Okay, I feel like it's about maybe you got tongue-tied, you don't know the word, you don't know what to say, and that's what it means.
Ding, 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 ding! You got one
Very close!
right!
Yay!
And you didn't even know it, you just guessed.
Yay! I probably heard it somewhere. I don't know.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go with you're very smart.
I am probably very smart.
You can figure it out. Okay. So you got one right. You're not gonna go 0 for
Yay!
5.
Whoa, if I get the bonus,
If you get the bonus, damn.
if okay, let's think. What's the origin? Cat's got your tongue?
Okay, so there's actually two possible origins that I have for this.
So I can
So if you
throw
get
in
either of
two.
them, if you get either of them, I'll give you a point. And
I
if you
thought,
get the other one, I'll give you a bonus point. How about that?
sure. So I can throw in two answer.
If you want to.
I can throw in a stupid answer and a one that I try.
There's no penalties for getting it wrong, so like you might
Okay,
as well.
so the origin would probably be about, so there must be a lot of cats at that time, and maybe there's a crazy cat woman that she got a lot of cats, and she
Okay.
tried to lick her cats because she liked the cat so much that she wants to be a cat. So when she licked her cat, the cat scratched her freaking tongue, and she can't talk.
Oh,
So when she went on her date, she couldn't say anything. And all she can say was, "Why cat scratch my frickin' tongue?" So the other person was like, "Oh, she must be really shy." So she made up this answer for for she made up the excuse for not being able to talk. But what he or she didn't realize is that she actually licked her cat, so that's why she can't talk. That's my answer.
the I don't know what to say to that. That's quite an
Uh,
answer.
yeah, I think I probably got it correct. I think that's
Maybe.
probably how.
I was following you up when you said the cat lady, and then I lost you after that.
Yeah, just a crazy cat lady story.
I think I lost you at the part where she started licking her cats.
I was watching The Office and one of the characters started licking her cat. So that was what reminded me. That was what inspired me
Okay,
for for
well,
this answer.
that wasn't
I
quite
totally
any of the
agree.
answers that I was looking for. But again, I'll let you decide if one of them counts.
1 point for creativity.
You didn't
Okay.
even give yourself the 1 point when I was offering it to you, so I don't think you're gonna take a point for creativity.
Well, I treasure creativity more than the real answer, so. Okay,
Hey!
let's think of another one though.
Oh, right! I give
Um,
you two options. Go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah, that's why I can, but it's hard though. There's no context to this case. It's just that there's cat. But I know that cats wasn't really like for domestic pet for the past hundreds years, so it's definitely not in really old time. At least not in like North America, I
I
think.
would say, I'll say this. That is incorrect.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I know that cats weren't really like a pet for a long time. It was dogs, and then cats only come in for like a few hundred years, not that long ago. Huh. I don't know. I really can't think of one. There's no context in this saying for me. If you just it just means you have nothing to talk about.
Okay, I'll give you another clue if you want it.
Sure.
So you say, I don't know about anything about this, but you said that cats have only been like our pets recently, but weren't cats like a big thing in ancient Egypt?
Yeah, it is.
They were kind of like almost
They were
pets, maybe
they
not
were
really.
they were gods. They were their gods, I think. It's like cow or ox in India.
Okay, well, that was a clue. Whether it's right or not, that was a clue.
Well, so it happened in ancient Egypt then. Um, I don't know. It's still a really hard one for me to think of a
Just tell
context.
me, tell me a story about Egypt and cats then.
Um, well, I guess when the Egyptians were, I don't know, praying or something, their cat gods were like walking around, but they can't say anything about bad about them because they're their gods. So they're just gonna stare at it for the longest time. And then the other people are like, "Why aren't you saying something?" And they're like, "The cat's got my tongue." That's my story about that.
Okay, fair
Yep,
enough. Do you want to know the real answers?
sure.
Okay, so the first one was actually from the English Navy, and
Okay.
they used to call a whip that they used for flogging the cat o' nine tails. Does that ring any bells?
Just cat of nine tails.
And apparently, the pain was so severe that it caused the victim to stay quiet for a long time.
Oh wow.
So, kind of a downer, but that was one of the
Not fun.
options.
Not
Another
fun.
one was from obviously ancient Egypt, where liars and blasphemers' tongues were cut out and fed to the cats.
Oh God.
Kind
Wow.
of another downer.
This one is a gross one. Why? Like it involves cat. It should be cute, not like this. I like my cat lady story better. And
Yeah.
these, no fun. Well, but at least I got 1 point from it, so
You
I'm happy.
did! You should be
Yay.
proud of yourself no matter what happens.
Yeah. Okay, keep going.
Okay, let me pick out another one. There's a lot that I can choose from. What's one that you might get, or one that you'll think is interesting? Okay, barking up the wrong tree.
Barking up the wrong tree?
We went for cats and now we're going for dogs.
Okay.
No need
Bark
to just choose one.
barking to what?
That's just all I'm gonna give you. Barking up the wrong tree.
Barking up the wrong tree. What's barking up means? Does it mean anything?
Dog. Bark, bark, bark.
Okay. Barking up at the wrong tree. Um, so it probably means that you make the wrong enemies, I guess. That's my
You
guess.
always get like so close, but then you don't quite get there.
Barking at up the wrong tree. So you're mad at an innocent person?
Um,
I
okay, I'll tell you what I have here. To have misguided thoughts about an event or a situation, a false lead. So being mad about the wrong person would technically be right.
Yeah, I should get a point for that.
That was like your second answer though, but I'm willing to give you a point.
No, it's my first answer. What are you talking about? I'm gonna cut that part out. So it's my first. Okay, well, I don't know. You can give me a point or not. It's not like I'm gonna get the origin story right too, if you think about that.
Do you want to try?
Sure. What can it be like an origin story for this? It's really hard. There's no context for these phrases. At least not for me. Maybe for you, you can guess it. I should be the one asking you about this, you know?
No, it's funner this way.
You're the one who's supposed to know these stuff. You're like a native speaker. So it would be more fun if a native speaker not knowing
But it won't be
what
fun
it
because I
means.
do know it.
Really? I'm gonna dig up movies phrases to ask you about. And you should tell me which one is the correct one. Like, Luke, I'm your father, or Luke, I don't know which one's
Okay,
correct.
well,
Okay,
stay tuned
let's
next time,
see.
folks.
Okay. The origin for this one is maybe it's in the old times when there's hunters and hunters have their dogs with them, their hound, and then the dogs start barking and they're like, "Oh, yay, we got a rabbit," but no, they're barking at the tree.
That's basically it.
Really?
Okay, this refers to hunting dogs that may have chased their prey up a tree. The dogs bark, assuming that the prey is still in the tree when the prey is no longer there.
I think I'm pretty close on this one.
You want to give yourself the point?
I would give myself a point. That one
So
was
you
pretty
officially won.
close. Really? I only get two, isn't it?
No, you
I
have
only get the
three.
cat one. Really? I thought I only get the cat one and the origin for this one, isn't it?
Didn't you?
Oh, you're giving me the
I
point.
gave you the point from before. Yeah.
Oh, really? You're giving me
Yeah.
that? You can take that back out. Oh, so you lost.
Do you want to keep going?
No, you lost. I don't have to keep going.
No, I have one more. Come on, do one
Okay,
more.
sure. Okay. Let's go.
Butter someone up.
Butter someone up. So the person is really hot. It's so hot that you have to put butter on it to eat it.
What?
Yep. I think, okay, what if, okay, maybe it's about smoothing something. So maybe, like, you guys weren't having a good time, so you butter someone up with praises, telling that person that they're really good or something, to butter someone up so that you get a good outcome, a good relationship out of that. That would be my
Okay,
guess.
well, it took you a while to get there, but you got there in the end.
Yay! So definitely not about a hot person that you want to put
No,
butter on it and eat it up.
it means to impress someone with flattery.
Well, I guess my meaning is a bit different than that one, though it's kind of close.
Well, I'll give you the point because you got there in the end, but that was only after
Yay!
I told you you were wrong.
Well, I know that definitely that was not correct.
Do you want to guess the origin from that?
Origin is um in like older time when women tend like used to be just housewife and shit. So when they're cooking breakfast for their husband think that, oh, I should butter the conversations, butter them up a bit, and so they're like, oh, you look good today, and the food's pretty good today. I think that's the origin.
That sounds good to me. Like, that sounds like it would be to me, but that's not what I have.
What do you have there? I think
Um,
I always have better origins than the ones you got.
I have that it was a customary religious act in ancient India
Oh, well,
that
how would I
people
know?
that people would throw butter balls at the statues of their gods to seek favor and forgiveness.
That's fun. That is kind of fun. Throw
Yeah,
butter at your god and God's statue, not the god. Oh my.
better than some religious practices, to be honest.
Yeah, this one is a pretty fun one.
I mean,
I
no sacrifice, no
sacrificed the butter.
animal or human sacrifice at all.
Would people lick the statue
I
if
don't
you're really
know.
hungry?
That's a good question.
When you throw it, like, it just left there. What do you do with it? Can I, like, would people, when you're really hungry,
I'm guessing
you
no. It's
like,
probably like when people like throw rice at weddings. Like no one's gonna go and pick up the rice off the ground and eat it.
yeah, it's not cooked. That's
Well,
why.
no one's gonna pick up the rice from the ground and then cook it and then eat it. Okay?
But
Is
what
that
if
better
you're
for
really
you?
poor? Would you go there and take it though? I probably would if I'm really poor and I want to eat.
Can't believe I had to explain that. I hate you so
It's
much.
uncooked. That's why you're not picking it up and eat it. Okay, embarrassing story time. I won.
Okay, well, you know what? I almost want to say that we should both do it because I think I was a little too lenient on your answers sometimes.
Well, I only got three. There's not even that. You said you're gonna give me points, and I'm like, I'm not taking that. I don't think it's good enough.
Okay, well, a good thing I already have an embarrassing story. You did a lot. Actually, even with me, like, being pretty lenient on points the one time, like, you did a lot better than I thought you would do. I'm
Yay!
pretty impressed.
I never heard of any of the phrases ever in my life.
Well,
Maybe a lot
people,
of people use them, but I never heard about them.
I think people are gonna see that you're both an idiot and smart at the same time.
I never, no one, okay, it's not my problem when people around me don't talk about it.
You just
You
don't
should,
talk to people. That's why you're
you
super
should,
antisocial, so you haven't heard
you
any of these
don't,
phrases.
you don't even use those phrases, okay? I talk to you, you're not using those phrases. Starting from now, you should be using those.
Should I be buttering you up, Mandy?
Sure. It's probably a piece of cake for you because I'm just a good person like that, that you've
Or
got a lot of good stuff to talk about.
or do you think I'm barking up the wrong tree with that?
No, it doesn't make sense. Okay, you go. An
We should
embarrassing story.
we should bury the hatchet, huh?
No, we should not. We should
Okay.
bury the person, should
Okay,
we?
I'm done. I have an embarrassing story.
Go.
Okay. So I'm not the best at telling stories. Ha ha ha, why am I on a podcast? But
No one knows.
real bad fucking idea. Anyway, um so this happened a few years ago, and I've been out of my out of my house like for a while. I'm in university. I live in my own apartment with like roommates and stuff. But I went back to my mom's house the one summer, and my friend's birthday happens to be during the summer, so she invited me to her birthday, and I knew about it like way in advance because she knew that like I was in another city, so she told me about it like to make sure that I could come. And so it was kind of like a big deal about me coming cuz like yeah, she told me about it like ages ago, and I booked off work and I came all the way like home. Like I drove an hour and stuff. But another important thing that you need to know for the story to make sense is that I have like basically chronic undiagnosed insomnia. I can't sleep
Yeah, yeah.
like
Heard
for
about that one.
yeah, like I can't sleep most of the time at all, and it takes me forever to get to sleep. So on this particular night, I think I was like the night before I didn't sleep at all, and it was like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. So I was like super tired and like out of it and like disoriented, and I, despite being like super tired, I still couldn't get to sleep, and I think I was like dozing a little bit, like not really sleeping. But I was like brought back into awareness all of a sudden, and I looked at my phone because I had my phone beside me because like a young person, so I'm addicted to my phone. I need it beside me at all times. And I saw that it was the day of her birthday. Like my phone had that date, and it was like 1 o'clock or something. So like I don't know what I was thinking. Like me, like the stupidest person in the world at that moment. I looked at my phone and I panicked thinking that I missed her birthday because I
Oh,
didn't realize that it was like AM versus PM, like and all that shit. And like
oh yeah, just turn to the next day.
yeah, well, like I was tired enough that like
You weren't even thinking.
like I could have slept through the whole day, right? So I was like panicking. I didn't have any like texts or anything from her, and like my Facebook notifications were telling me that it was today, and I thought that I missed her birthday, and I felt so bad. So I texted her with no context. I didn't even explain to her what I thought I did, but I texted her and I asked her if we were still friends. Like
That's
literally just
bad.
like so basically she randomly the day before her birthday or the night before her birthday, she randomly got a text from me asking like at like 1 o'clock at night if we were still friends. So she actually
Oh,
texted me back and she was like,
what the
"Yeah,
hell?
we're still friends. What are you talking about?"
I just invited you to my birthday. What are you talking about? What the hell, dude?
Yeah, so I didn't even end up telling her the truth either because I realized what had happened and I was really embarrassed. So I told her
What did you
like
say?
I don't even like any better, but I told her that I had a dream that we fought. So I had to text her if we were still friends, and she was
I
like, "Okay."
this reason is more embarrassing than the whole thing itself. Oh God, I can't imagine what she was thinking at that time. She was like, I received a text from Cheyenne, and she said, she told me that she was like, "Oh, are you still? Don't be mad. Like, are we still friends?" And when I asked her what happened, she said she dreamt about us fighting. That's what she said in a message to me at 1 a.m. That's even more embarrassing
Well, in hindsight, it didn't
than
really make any sense.
mistaking it. It's funny. Well, you're probably disoriented enough. You
Yeah, I
don't
was
get
so
enough
tired.
sleep,
I
and
couldn't
you were
think of
like
anything
embarrassed.
better. Like, it was very weird. But anyway, story ended. We were still friends, and we had a great birthday.
Cool, cool. I wasn't invited.
Wow, way to turn super awkward,
It
Mandy.
wasn't I wasn't invited. But I mean, I wasn't there for a whole time. I might not even know that friend. Or maybe I know her.
You know her. I'm not
I'll
gonna
ask
say her
behind the
name.
camera. I'll ask behind the camera. But
I
yeah,
haven't ever told you that story before.
no,
Oh.
maybe that's too embarrassing that you never told me about that. But yeah, like I feel like sending text messages is one of my most fear thing that would ever happen is to sending it to a wrong person.
Has that ever
But
happened to you?
I'm thinking, not really, not a text message. I never send a wrong one. As far as I know, I'm always so scared about that I have to double check every time I type something and press enter. Or the other thing that I'm scared of is I often print screen and then send the picture to someone else. So what I'm afraid of all the time is what if I copied or print screen something that was inappropriate. And then when I thought I copied something else, I actually did not. So when I paste it to someone else on Facebook, because do you know that when you print screen something and copy it, you don't need to press enter. All you have to do is just paste it, but it's sent automatically. So what if I print screened something that is absolutely inappropriate for that person and I show that to them? That would be really bad.
Like, like
So
you're
I always
bitching
have to
about
double
them
check.
behind their back or something.
Yeah, or like I print screen their Facebook page when they're like acting stupid and I posted it to them, that would be really awful.
I've sent text messages to the wrong person before, but it wasn't it wasn't anything that mattered. I was just like, oh yeah, that was supposed to be to someone else. I
Yeah,
did do it once where I think I was trying to text you actually, and
huh.
I sent it to my aunt by mistake, and the only reason why it was kind of like upsetting was because I like swore, like I think I said like fuck in it, and she's like
Nah.
really religious and like she doesn't swear and I never swear around her. So I was like,
Oh wow.
"Oh, that was for someone else." And she didn't say anything about it, so I don't know.
You weren't supposed to know about it.
I do that thing a lot. My phone is really annoying. So it does that thing where like I call people accidentally all the time. So if I'm like in the middle of messaging you and I like flip my phone up cuz it automatically calls them when I
That
put
is
it
kind
up to
of
my ear, so I accidentally call people all the time.
oh, that's bad. What if you didn't know and they didn't hang up? They were like listening and then you're bitching about them behind their back. That
That
would
would
suck.
suck. I'm always
That would be
paranoid that people will always hear me bitching about them behind their back.
Yeah. Oh, you know how in the movies, I don't know if that's only happened in Asian setting. They always have the person bitching about the other person in the in the washroom, and the person that they're bitching about would be in the stall, and they would talk about them. And I'm like, I never did that. I would check the frickin' washroom and see if there's anyone else in there before I talk about them.
Yeah, that's something that I feel like probably only happens in the movies.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know,
really afraid that that would happen though.
by the way, to anyone in our audience who is like, please, like anyone actually watches us, but just in case, if anyone's in our audience and is like, oh, girls, people shouldn't be like gossiping or bitching about each other, everyone
But
does it,
BS,
alright?
BS, that's complete BS.
Not
Cause
just girls either. You know you do it.
I had a lot of guy friends that used to say that I don't like gossips. I don't gossip. But every time when I talk about something, they would chimp in. They would say something. But then when I said like, "Oh, I thought you didn't like gossip," and they act like these aren't gossip. Or
It,
they're like, so
people
what's gossiping?
just don't like the word, but it's so true. But also, that's never happened to me. Being in the toilet or someone like being in the toilet.
In the toilet, yeah, that never
Or
happens
that's
too.
never happened to me where like I was talking about someone and someone was there, or I was like on the toilet and someone was talking about me. But you know what has happened to me in
What?
like in the bathroom that would
What
have
thing?
happened in a movie. You know how in movies they get like toilet paper stuck to their like foot and they like walk out with it and it's like really embarrassing and everyone laughs at them.
Oh yeah. Did you got that before?
Yeah.
Did you walked out with it? Did anyone t
Well,
tell you about that
I
though?
only walked out. I didn't like. I only walked out of the stall. Like I was still in the bathroom, and then I noticed, and no one else noticed, and I was just like, "Oh, that could have been a thing."
Oh, speaking of toilet and washroom and shit like that, I actually had an embarrassing story about that.
Oh, so we are gonna get two embarrassing stories.
Maybe I'm not gonna tell it because I didn't lose.
Well, you can't bring it up on a podcast and then not say it. So,
Okay. Oh, it was really bad. I just remembered this too. I completely forgot about it. Might be a good idea not to remember about it. Well, so that time that was when I was interning in a company. So they got a lot of bathroom stalls. I was in the furthest one. I was in there, and I know that I locked the door. So I was like doing toilet shit. I was just peeing. And then I heard someone walked in. And then, so I was in the furthest. So what you normally be thinking is that no one or like less people would actually go all the way in, right? But then the person pushed the door, and for some reason it was unlocked, and I was peeing there. It was really embarrassing for me. She walked in and me peeing when I thought I locked the door, but apparently I did not. And that was a coworker too. That I was an intern. So remember that I was an intern and she was already like a long-term co-worker, employee there. I don't even know her. She was in another block, but from the same company. That was really awful. That was one of the worst moments
that
in what
happens
during my
though. I feel
working
like
life.
that's something that happens to everyone.
Really? Have you ever had
Yeah.
that happen to
Yeah,
you?
of course.
That was my first time.
Like usually they open and they like don't actually see something and you can like slam the door and be like, "I'm in here." And they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
It was open, and I'm pretty sure that she can see me there, like not just like a tiny bit. Cause I thought I locked the door. I don't even till this day I don't even know how she got in, but wow, that was really awful. And I
Okay.
was working. I think the worst part is that I was working there. I think that's the worst thing ever
Okay.
happened.
That story made me remember a story just now and I have to tell it now cuz it
How
just
do we
made
got so
me
many embarrassing stories?
so many embarrassing bathroom stories. Okay.
How?
I have to tell it cuz it's really bad. It's way worse than what happened to you. Okay,
Really?
this wasn't even that long ago. This was like last year.
Okay,
So
sure.
I had to go to the hospital because I had like really intense pain. This isn't that important to the story, and I was like throwing up and everything else. So I went to the emerge, and it was really terrible. I was there all night, and they pretty much didn't do anything because they thought it was a kidney stone, but like it was in the middle of the night and they couldn't do anything because like the people who do the ultrasound to like see if it's a kidney stone or whatever aren't there at night and the machines turn off at night. So I basically waited for like hours for them to give me like anti-nausea pills and anti-pain pills and then send me home and tell me to come back in the morning.
Wow,
That
that
was
sucks.
hell.
That sucks.
So I came back in the morning. I did my checkup and stuff, and like, long story short, this isn't important, but they didn't actually like find anything because like I passed the kidney stone by myself
Oh,
apparently before I even like went to the thing. So every single thing I did that like whole 24 hours turned out to be completely pointless. They make you drink a lot of water before you go do the ultrasound thing. So I really had to go pee. And I was still in the hospital and I was looking everywhere for the bathroom and I found this bathroom and it wasn't like a big bathroom with stalls. It was like one of those like single bathrooms, and it was kind of like it's in a hospital, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like for like almost like a handicapped kind or
Like
like
an accessible one.
yeah, kind of. So it had a big, huge button that you press on the wall, like even bigger than whatever buttons. So it was a big button, and it like you press it, and like it just opens up the door automatically. You can lock it. I walked up, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, I had to go so bad. I finally found the bathroom. This was great." So I pressed the giant button that is on the wall
Oh
next to
God.
me.
Was someone in it?
Someone was in it.
Oh shit.
Some poor little old lady was sitting on the bathroom,
Oh, that's so
and the door is
sad.
slowly opening up,
Oh,
and she is so embarrassed, and she's covering, and she has her pants down and everything, and I can
oh
see
God.
everything. The door opens up completely, and it's like one of the bathrooms where you're like far away from the door too when you're sitting
So
on a
you can't
toilet.
even do anything.
So she couldn't do the thing where you like kind of catch the door and say,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm in here," or anything.
That was so
So she's covering her face with her hands, and she's like, "Oh, oh, oh," and I'm like, "Oh no, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry." And the door's slowly opening, and I'm trying to press on the door to get it to close again, but it's like one of those like heavy automatic doors. It's not gonna close early. You just have to wait for it to finish its thing.
oh shit. That must be really awful for that poor lady.
So I had to wait
Oh,
for it to completely open, and then I had to wait for it, and
that's bad.
it was terrible for all of us, and I felt
Well,
so bad.
I would wanna like kill you if I was in her position.
I mean, she like I went in after her, and there was a lock. Okay, so she could have locked the door, and I tested it and everything. Lock worked, so
It's kind of her fault, but still embarrassing.
it was like it's not a good situation. It was
That
so
was
bad.
it
It
was
was
really
just
bad
like
for her.
the worst case scenario for like someone walking in on you peeing.
Yeah, and it was slowly closing, and the door is wide open. Oh God.
And it was
If
a little
someone walked
old
past,
lady, and she was in the hospital. Like, I don't even, like, she could have been, like,
you made
I
her
don't even
day
know. She
worse.
could have had a stroke.
Oh, that's awful. I hope that never happens to anyone else in this whole world. That was bad. Walking. Oh. Well, so we have two, kind of from a two perspective, embarrassing story. The one that opened the doors and the one behind the door.
It was so much worse being the one opening the door because I felt like
Really?
such a terrible person.
Oh, but you weren't the one that got exposed, that everything exposed for the whole world to see.
Oh, it was so bad.
Yeah, I think audience have had enough with our embarrassing story. It probably makes them cringe a lot.
With our bathroom talk.
Yep, gross bathroom talk with combined with embarrassing moments.
Oh, God. Let me know if such things have ever happened to you guys.
Hopefully, yes. So that we're not the only one that has embarrassing bathroom stories.
Okay, bye.
That's how you're gonna end it? Okay, bye.
Yeah, bye.
Well, I think now is a good time to stop, and I'll see you guys next time.